Okay. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Zambia. Good evening, Zambia. Good evening, guys. Good evening, wherever you are watching me from. I'm coming you live from Lusaka City, the capital of Zambia. My name is 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 𝗪𝗛𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 from. Those of us that are following us from the diaspora, we really thank you. Share your comments below and let me know where you are watching me from. It is always exciting and very much important to interact with you. Thank you so much for those that have just joined us, those that have just joined me. Sacrifice your time in your schedule. I will not waste much of your time, but I want us to discuss something very important. We address something very important that we feel is very much important. So what you are going to do, okay, is to share this broadcast. Share this broadcast. It is very important. Begin to share right now. Share your comments. Share this broadcast, because what we want to discuss is something very, very important. Okay, Madam Rikezo, thank you so much for your correspondence, for your communication. Let's keep together in this struggle for a better Zambia. So share your comments. Let me know where you are watching me from. Share this broadcast now, because what we want to discuss, share it in groups, in different groups, because what we want to discuss is something very, very much important. So thank you so much for those that are joining us. Now, today we want to discuss something that has happened. The UPND presidential spokesperson, Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗥𝗦, for those of us that have been following his story, you will know that he has been in detention for over 10 days now, over a case of defamation of the president, something that he did not do. We are aware of a video that went around in circulation where some unknown person was insulting the president and not Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗥𝗦. And a few days after that video was in circulation, the police, they summoned Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗥𝗦 to the force headquarters for questioning, and we thought that they were just going to question him. But what has now happened is that he was arrested and he stayed in custody for 5 days, 7 days without being taken a warn and caution. Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗥𝗦 stayed there for a week without being told the charge, the offense that he had committed. He had to take your pressure and my pressure, pushing, speaking, demanding for his release, that they got a warn and caution last week and charged him with a case of defamation of the president. Now, what is so surprising is that this man has been in detention now. We are going now to 2 weeks. Okay, his docket has been stuck at force headquarters. It has not been taken to court. He has not been taken to court, and now something unfortunate has happened to Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗥𝗦. And that unfortunate thing that has happened to Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗥 is that today we woke up on a sad note when we were communicated to and told that Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗏 has suffered a partial paralysis. I don't know what, I'm not a medical doctor. Madam Rikezo can help us, but the point is, partial paralysis is where probably his legs have been paralyzed. Okay, we are told that his left hand has also been paralyzed. He has stayed in one position for many days. Okay, the reason why I've decided to go live and to speak about this, because I've been a victim. I was in police custody at Kawata Police for 23 days. Okay, and when I came out of custody, I stayed for 2 weeks without properly walking, because I had stayed in one position for quite a longer period of time. My legs were paining. I had to go for medication again. It is not easy, countrymen and women, to be in one position, okay, for 23 days, for more than 10 days. You are just in one position. The conditions that at Kawata Police have experienced them, and I want to tell you that the conditions are very pathetic. The same room, that's where the toilet is. Okay, there are no blankets there. There are mosquitoes are biting you. And Kawata Police in Lusaka is one of the most congested police cells that we have, and that is the reason why the police, every time when they arrest people on political trumped up charges, they take them to Kārta police. So this man has been there he has been there now. It's going to 2 weeks, Mr. Muita. Now the police have denied him police bond. The court, they are not speaking anything. National Prosecutions Authority, they have decided to be quiet on Mr. Muita now. And that is the reason why we have continued to intensify this campaign in demand for his release. One thing that you must understand, countrymen and women, is that Mr. Muita now, beyond or above being into politics, is a Zambian. And Zambians must be treated with the much needed human rights that they deserve. The law is very clear that you cannot be in detention for more than 48 hours. But what we have seen is that the Patriotic Front have continued, to suppress us because we hold divergent views from the ones they have. It pains me seeing a brother, Mr. Muita now, in detention for such a longer period of time. And what has happened, for those of you that I need to update you, he was taken to Kārta clinic for medication. And because this government does not care about the human life, it doesn't care about the people that are in detention, they do not attend to him. They did not give him proper medication. They just went there probably and gave him Panadol. And this afternoon, before we could even start off to go and pay him a visit at Kārta clinic, we have just been called and communicated to that Mr. Muita now, in his state, where he's not feeling well and is paralyzed, the legs are paralyzed and the hand is paralyzed, Mr. Muita now has been taken back in police custody. He needs medical treatment. He needs to take drugs. He needs to be admitted at the clinic. But this man right now, as we talk, he has been taken back at Kārta police there. A police right now that is very much congested. When I was at Kārta police, we were not sleeping because there is nowhere to sleep. Imagine in a single room, you are about 60. You can't sleep. You just sit. Some of them, they even stand. This is how pathetic the condition is. The lawyer for Mr. Muita now has been denied many days to have access to him and to speak to his client. This is a kind of a Zambia that we live in. This PF government, they are suppressing us because of holding different views, of being in the opposition. Viewers all over the world, those who are watching me from different parts of the world, I want to tell you that we have got a serious humanitarian crisis in this country. Zambia has got one of the worst, human rights, human rights commissions that we've ever had. The Human Rights Commission has failed to intervene in this matter, even when they know they are aware about this case. We are very much saddened because the PF government under President 𝗣𝗔𝗪𝗔 is the one that is doing this thing, and he's sitting there as a president, is failing to tell the Inspector General of Police and whoever is handling this case to make sure that they handle this case with the much needed care, because we are dealing with someone who is entitled, because he's a Zambian, to certain treatment. Someone, if he dies tomorrow, I don't know what they will now say, because this person, they know that he's sick. They have seen his condition. Now the police have refused to take him to the clinic. They are refusing a person who is paralyzed. They can see that this person is sick. This is not the Zambia that we must live in. President 𝗣𝗪𝗪𝗛, I want to say that days are numbered. You will never be the president forever. I want to assure you. Everybody who is handling this case of Muita now, see beyond the positions that you have. We cannot live in such type of a country where rules are applied selectively. A few days ago, we were advocating for the release of 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 He mentioned it that President Edgar Lungu and State House, you were working with him because he's your boy, he's your man. You decided to release him. Okay. On similar cases, Innocent Karimanshi, one of your boys, you only stayed in custody for about 4 or 5 days. You released him. What is wrong with releasing somebody who has overstayed and now he has got medical issues? He's got something, he's sick. But you cannot even release people. You cannot even give them police bond because they are opposition. I don't think we should live in this type of a country. Zambians, you are seeing these things that are happening. It is high time that we rose to the occasion. What we need to do today is, wherever you are watching me from, please just take to social media, comment and post about 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗙𝗏. Let's demand for the release of 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗏. It must not be about me, about Anthony Wari, about Sister Rikezo, about Madam Gloria, about Madam Pumulo Stumbeko, and a few guys that have been speaking, demanding for 𝗦𝗨𝗙𝗏. Each one of us, we must speak. Injustice everywhere is a threat to injustice anywhere. What we must do is, whenever we see someone being oppressed, it must pain us. Okay, whether that person is from the opposition, whether that person is from the ruling party, but when we see that a person is being oppressed, we must be the first ones to speak against such forms of injustice. Zambians, what we need to do, you who are watching me, I can see 140 people, and I can assure you that if all of you 140 people, you commented, you posted a post about 𝗦𝗨𝗏𝗏, this thing will take very far, because it is high time that we rose, we spoke with one voice. We must not only rise when we hear that President 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 is going to be arrested, then all of us we rise. No, even other people in the party are very important. Okay, the life of each and every human being in Zambia must be respected. The rights of each and everyone must be respected. Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗏𝗏, my brother, is a Zambian, and he must be given the much needed attention that it deserves. We must demand for his release. It is not fair that a person must be in custody for more than 48 hours. Right now, as we are talking, his condition is very pathetic. He cannot talk. Mr. Anthony Wari, when he went there at Kawata Police, we have been told that Mr. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 could not even speak to him. He could not even speak to his good friend. He can't talk. He's paralyzed. Okay? And yet this government has decided to kill him softly. Me, I want to speculate and to conclude that this man, Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗏𝗏, if government is not going to handle his case with care, tomorrow if he dies, the blood of Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗏𝗏 will be on the PF government's head, specifically on President Edgar Chagwa head, because the president is seen. You can't tell me that the president of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Edgar Chagwa, doesn't know that Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗏𝗏 is in detention. Okay, and you have empirical evidence that it is not him who insulted President Edgar Chagwa. Why are you keeping him there? Okay, he's innocent until he's proven guilty, but why have you not taken him to court? Because you need to take him to court for him to exonerate himself, for him to defend himself. But if you cannot take people just because they are opposition, you cannot take them to court for them to express themselves and to defend themselves. I wonder where this country is going. Share this broadcast. I just thought I could update you about this thing that is happening. It's shocking me. Okay, it's shocking a lot of Zambians. It is bad that someone can be kept in there and mostly he's sick. You don't give him medicine. That person, you take him again back in police custody. And this is the Zambia that you want. These are the people that you want to vote for again. I think Zambians, we've had enough of this. This is a turning point. These people, when they form power, again they win. A lot of us will go to prison. I'm assured in you, many of you will go to prison. These people are so evil. It pains me. I'm telling you, PF must go. President Edgar Lungu must go. If these people, they win, some of us will not be here talking the way we are talking. Mr. 𝗦𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏 will not be. These people, chikanga chewa mupae muntu. That's when maybe ndepe vanga mbele bwino. I wonder what type of Zambia this has become under President Edgar Chagwa, under Mr. Kampiongo, and this. Even if the parliament was dissolved, we don't have ministers. I mean, we have got a president. Come on. We should not be swayed by this campaign period. Let's look at human life. The life of Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 matters so much. Okay? You people who are in these offices, why are you this wicked? Mr. Kanganja, Muntu, you are me innocent is your manje. Why we have got such people who are this wicked in this country? Viewers all over the world, those who are watching me, I want to assure you, I want to tell you that in Zambia things are bad. The rule of law, there's no proper practice of the rule of law. Things that have degenerated. We who are in the opposition, we are living in fear because we don't know tomorrow who they are going to arrest. And once they arrest you, they deny you police bond. They deny you bail. Okay. They expose you to inhuman treatment. Things are bad in this country. You people who have got voters cards, this is a chance for us to vote for the much needed change that we want. I thought I could update you about what is happening. We hope that the court, we hope that the system that we have will help our brother, Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏. But that can only happen if you and me, we start advocating in demanding for his release. Please, share this broadcast. Share it now to as many people and as many groups as possible so that we can inform and update people that our brother is not well. He has suffered a minor paralysis. He's paralyzed. And these people have denied him police bond. We have got all the sureties, but they have denied him. Even his lawyers, they have denied him certain things. His family, the conditions are bad. Even me, when I was there for 23 days, I can assure you, the same torture that Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 has been exposed to is the same torture that I was exposed to. When I came out of police custody, I just spent 4 days outside and I was badly, sick with severe malaria because the conditions were so bad in there. I was denied police bond. Okay? So please share this broadcast to as many people as you can. Let's begin to advocate for justice for Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏. Let's begin this campaign that Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏 should be released. We must say free 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏, free 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 today, free 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 now. We must say free 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 as we eat our lunch, as we eat our dinner, as we meet our friends. We must continue to say free 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏, not until Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏 is set free. Thank you so much. Please share this broadcast.